Okay. So since my good friend Kayla is an avid book reader, I will be logging in as her today. Right now, behind the scenes, BetterReads is gathering new recommendations for Kayla. As we come to the home screen, we are greeted with a personalized message and can view the recommendations based on what is currently popular and based on based on recommendation based on Kayla's library. Speaking of her library, let's see what is in her library collection. Wow, she has a lot of books. Luckily, BetterReads makes it easy to organize all of them into shelves. Looks like she created some custom shelves for her book clubs and some for her favorite books. Let's see what she is currently reading. Since Kayla has more free time lately, looks like she is reading more. I wonder what she's going to read next. This is a great list of books, but I'm not seeing the ones I suggested to her last week. Let's search for it and add it. I'm going to be searching for A Whole New Mind by author Daniel H. Pink. Here it is. Let's learn more about it. Currently has a rating of 4 stars and is a New York Times bestseller. You can even read a sample by going to the Google Play Store here. Well, you could. There it is. Finally, let's add it to her reading list. Perfect. Now that book is in her reading list. As you can see, with BetterReads' convenient and mobile-friendly interface, tracking reading progress is easy.
That was awesome. That was really cool seeing all the flows together. Yeah, really great work. Really, yeah, super, super exciting. It all works, which is super cool. And it looks real, like it's like a real thing. And so really great work there.
Thank you.
Ryan?
Let me pull up our slides. I apologize, I was in a meeting right before this. So Elizabeth, as you've seen over the past several weeks or months, and I have a whole script, but I'm sure you've heard about it. But I think one really cool feature about our presentation yesterday with with the rest of the labs groups was we have this visualization, this chart that shows the model iterations, how they've improved. Our greatest iteration was from these two right here, where it increased 3 times. Like the user experience was 3 times better from this iteration to that iteration. And that was when we added the natural language processing. The reason this one was so low was because even though we were providing really great recommendations to our users, the book data was very limited in the fact that once we added a lot more data, our approval rating went up dramatically. And all these approval ratings that came from the survey, the one that you had seen and the one that all the rest of our team members had received. And we learned something really valuable from this very time-consuming process of surveying people, is that there's got to be a way to automate it, because the data that where we used user ratings, those were the recommendations that most people liked the most. So where do we get more of that data, and how do we automate this surveying process? And for you as the stakeholder, our hope would be that BetterReads turns into something like a Tinder for books, where you swipe left or right, and this creates uh, user data that uh, uh, that solves both those problems. It adds a lot more user data, and it automates the survey process.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for walking me through your thought process. I really loved seeing like where it started and then where you are now and like where you want to go in the future. It was really great like watching you all iterate on that. I think that's not something I always see. I always see designers iterating and not as much like DS students. And so it's really awesome to see how you all follow the same process.
Carl,
Are we presenting? Is that what's going on? Sorry, my internet has been out for 3 hours. Okay, you're gonna give me a second here. Sorry about that. Yeah, so bear with me. It's in and out for sure. Probably will drop any second. But yeah, so this is our landing page. Obviously, we kept it simple so that everybody can kind of move into the app and not stick on the landing page and go somewhere else. We got our login here. You can obviously go through Facebook, Google. Nothing new there. So basically looks the same as when we showed you last, but what we added was, so this book card component right here, this was 450 lines of code, which was pretty crazy for something that's probably 3 inches by an inch tall, which is, it's pretty ridiculous. So we cut that down to 67 lines of code. We added the recommendations. Obviously we showed you that before, but touching on that, because that's probably one of the most important things of the whole project that we have been focusing on besides the refactor. Because getting this incorporated really changed the whole look and feel of the app. You're still able to create a new shelf. I've done that. If we go into our shelves here, created one, a couple down here. This is an example shelf. You can add whatever books you want to that. Say we wanted to click on this book. Still shows the title, the title, the author. The rating system is still intact, so you can change the rating. Oh, maybe you can't on this one. Have to look into that and not do that in the presentation tomorrow. But the description is still here. We've added some extra facts, such as like we thought the length of the pages would be pretty cool. Recommendation, we changed that spinner that we were talking about. The recommendations do load based on this specific book, whereas in, let's say, my shelves here, I'm sorry, library here, these recommendations are going to be based on all of the books that you have in your whole entire library. So they are going to be different based on whatever you're looking at. You can favorite or unfavorite books with a little success notification to show you that you finished doing that. You can search for books, and you can track whether or not you are reading, want to read, or are finished reading specific books. For example, the rating system here, just to show that it does work over here to you, Elizabeth, you did get that notification up top there. Other than that, I think I'm sure CC and Ryan covered most of the rest of the purpose of everything. And I'm sorry I'm late. Like I said, internet issues are a problem over here today.
Yeah, this is really awesome. And no worries about your internet issues. My internet is like broken like 70% of the time. Yeah, no, again, like it's really cool how like the web product and the mobile product and just like everything like is like together, like it feels like a family, which I think is really hard. And so it really shows that your team really collaborated with each other really, really well. And so really amazing work there. I'm really happy with how everything turned out and how all of you really focus on solving problems that are very focused on the reader. So really great work there. Y'all should be really proud of yourselves.
Awesome. Thank you.
thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, everyone. You all did really great work. And so again, like you should do something fun this weekend if you can. I know you can't go anywhere, but like celebrate all the work you did in labs. Labs is really hard work. And so go do something fun and you should be really proud of yourselves.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.